All right, folks. So we have one other clip that we're going to show you guys from Kamala Harris's interview with Bret Baier on Fox News. This is where Bret Baier presses Kamala on Joe Biden's mental fitness, because obviously throughout this interview, she kept sort of pivoting to Donald Trump's unfitness to serve, when obviously the elephant in the room is that the reason you're the nominee and not Joe Biden is because he's too old and mentally unfit to serve. So as his partner over these past 4 years, he asks of Kamala, when did you get the sense, if at any point, that something was not right with Joe Biden?
You call Donald Trump, he's misguided. You say now
he's unstable. He is unstable, Brett.
He's not well. You say he's mentally not stable.
He's not stable.
Let me ask you this. You told many interviewers that Joe Biden was on his game, that ran around circles on his staff. When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished?
Joe Biden, I have watched from the Oval Office to the Situation Room. And he has the judgment and the experience to do exactly what he has done in making very important decisions on behalf of the American people.
There were no concerns raised?
Brett, Joe Biden is not on ballot.
I understand.
And Donald Trump
so why can't he run again? If he's good, then
why
can't he run again? Yeah, then
why are you running? Why are you the candidate?
Why are you the candidate, not him? That's the circle they just cannot square. Right? Like, if what you're saying is true, then why are you here? Why isn't he talking to Joe Biden?
They cannot admit that the man who is still the serving president of the United States is non compos mentis.
Exactly. And look, if Kamala loses, which is now statistically slightly more likely than not, slightly, I want to emphasize, don't go betting any money. Don't bet your house on either candidate, folks. It's a very, very close election.
There's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Honestly, I feel like if you were paying attention, if you were connecting the dots, 2016 was easier to call than this one.
Yeah, probably.
If you had your ear to the ground, you could see that there was a decent chance Trump would win. This one, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Because in 2016, the only real hidden vote was the Trump vote. Here, post-Roe, there is a hidden Democrat vote as well. And so that makes this... Obviously,
that's what makes it the Roe factor
much more difficult. But if Kamala loses, there's going to be a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking. Should they have swapped Biden out for Kamala, or should they have let Biden run? You know they're going to ask that question. When the right question to ask is, should Biden have announced 2 years ago that he wasn't running? We'll see which question gets more airtime. Is it, should Biden have stayed in the race, or should he have gotten out 2 years ago? The obvious answer is he should have announced on Inauguration Day that he was a one-term, that he was only sticking there for one term, so they could have had a primary to vet someone who was more capable of running a campaign than this, because this obviously is not workable. The only reason they might get away with it is because of the short-term time window, and the fact that you have a hidden pro-choice vote coast to coast and everywhere in between. And so, those are the two things that may bail you out. But if this goes sideways, there's going to be a lot of second guessing in a lot of different directions. And it all stems back to Biden's unfitness. That's what it all comes down to. How should they have managed that? It looks like they managed it exactly the wrong way.
And Joe Biden, being the pissed off, jilted, nasty bastard he is, if she loses, I would not put it past him in a lucid moment to say, well, they thought it was a good idea to get rid of me. Well,
oh yeah, no, he'll definitely throw some shade if she loses. No doubt about that. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Yeah,
talked about it.
And Donald Trump
after George Clooney said within a few minutes of talking to President Biden at a fundraiser that he thought this was not the same Joe Biden that we saw on the debate stage.
Donald Trump is on the ballot.
I understand. You met with him at least once a week for 3.5 years. You didn't have any concerns?
I think the American people have a concern about Donald Trump, which is why the people who know him best, including leaders of our nation.
That's everything. You notice she didn't say no when he said, so you had no concerns about him over the past 3.5 years. She takes a deep breath. I'm concerned about Donald Trump. She did not answer the question. She never said no. I thought he was good.
Yes. She can't say yes.
Yeah, but no, but she didn't even. But she didn't lie. She didn't lie. She didn't say no. I never noticed anything was off. I thought he was good to go. Right? You would think she might just lie.
It.
And
she ducked it.
She ducked it.
Well, because she knows she makes herself sound ridiculous. If she says no, always seems sharp as a tack, she sounds ridiculous. If she says yes, that is national news. Biden's VP acknowledges he is not fit to serve.
Right.
Now, what do? Do you invoke the 25th Amendment?
Right.
Yeah, January's a long way away with all the war going on, right? I mean, it's a serious question whether you have to remove him from office once she acknowledges that.
Yeah.
Right now, they're just pretending. They're pretending that there's nothing wrong with having a president who's not aware of where he is half the day in office.
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
Please clap.